On Bull Street, there's a spirited discussion going on concerning the recent political upheaval in Turkey.
Do you like it?
In Thunderbolt, middle school angels are helping seniors decorate jellyfish to summer up the cafeteria. And on Wheaton Street, 1,800 meals are being prepared and loaded onto trucks for delivery wherever a senior might be hungry. That is senior citizens in a nutshell, involved in the life of the mind, the life of the body, and the life of the spirit.
Staying mentally engaged, staying socially engaged is just as important to us as being physically stable.
We want to try to meet every senior at their point of need, and that's just different for every single person, and it's different for every situation.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Meals on Wheels is senior citizens' most visible outreach and a testament to the durability of their mission.
We started 54 years ago serving 13 seniors, and today we will prepare and deliver 1,800 lunches.
While it appears that senior citizens is delivering nutrition to the homebound, they are in fact delivering value and good economic sense underneath the spaghetti sauce.
If we can provide sort of these preventive things, you know, if a meal's going to give somebody adequate nutrition so they're healthy, they're happy, they're having socialization, and keeps them in their home, that's costing us $6 a day versus a nursing home which costs $325 a day.
So frequently, people are prematurely and expensively institutionalized when addressing needs A, B, and C would avoid that eventuality, at least for now.
When Barbara Treadwell's dad died, her mom came to live with her in Savannah. And while that solved many of Mrs. Perkins' problems, it didn't fix them all.
And a couple of weeks ago, she called me and she said, "I've had a revelation." I said, "What's that, Mom?" She said, "I miss my car more than your dad."
Senior Citizens was able to help Mrs. Perkins through their Sterling Rides program that provides volunteer transportation for seniors unable to drive.
And I run a business in New York City and Savannah. To say the least, I'm busy. I can't drop everything and go when there's a doctor appointment or whatever it is that she needs. So for me, Sterling Rides has been a lifesaver.
But I feel like I have joined a very special circle of friends. Even though the encounters are brief, they're precious.
And Senior Citizens programs are at your service regardless of income.
In their advertising, Senior Citizens touts the availability of their services regardless of income. Traditionally, that phrase would be a way to communicate services for low-income people, but not in this case. In this case, they really intend for people to know that having money doesn't disqualify them from what Patty Lyons believes are the best programs in the market.
Not a lot of people still know about how Senior Citizens put all these pieces together. Senior Citizens, Inc. is the provider for aging in the area.
We help anyone, regardless of their income. If they can afford to pay for the services, then that's what they do. And that's one of the ways that we're kind of preparing for what's called the Silver Tsunami.
SAGE is the name of the program that's aimed at attracting seniors who can afford to pay. A growing number as the Savannah area population shifts to a majority over 55. Senior Citizens, Inc. intends to serve them all.
It's a way to kind of break through that barrier so that they, you know, people know Meals on Wheels is for people who are low income, but it's the same meal. It's just for somebody that can afford to pay for it. We've got a big meals route at the landings, Tybee Island, places that aren't traditionally seen as a place for an organization, a nonprofit organization. But our mission is to help you age successfully. And the effects of aging happen regardless of how much money you have.
Sometimes the contributions of an organization can only be understood in their absence. Hugh Thomas's mom was blind and housebound and completely dependent on his brother.
We didn't know about the services of senior citizens. We just didn't know about the daycare.
Today, with that experience and as board chair, Hugh is focused on Senior Citizens' most important attribute.
Someone or some organization that we could trust and we could depend upon. That's critical That's what Senior Citizens does.
Successful aging at Senior Citizens also entails meeting not just the physical needs of food and shelter, but also what Patty calls the other half of your life, the mental, social, spiritual aspects. On a recent Wednesday, a lecture on To Kill a Mockingbird played to a full house.
This is an exciting and vibrant place to be. People laughingly refer to it as going back to school, but there really is an electricity in our hallways and in between classes and around the coffee maker that I think is an aspect of socialization that took me by surprise.
Roger Smith has generated much of that electricity through the Learning Center, a program that engages the minds of seniors at a time when they finally have the opportunity to explore their curiosities.
The mission has always been to help people age successfully. I just think we've broadened the definition a little bit.
Senior Citizens is there not only to help the body age gracefully, but with like the Learning Center and all the courses and learning resources it provides to help the mind age gracefully too.
The life of the mind, the life of the body, the life of the spirit. Senior Citizens, Inc. intends not just to improve all three, but to improve them for everyone in the area 55 and up.
I want people to know that we're here to help everybody. All they have to do is ask.